Good afternoon, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. Yes, guys, it is Friday. And we went to the grocery store already, and we went to all the grocery stores, actually. So we might go to Menards because we need, like, a couple things from there. But other than that, we're done with grocery shopping for the weekend. I got all the stuff, too, that we're going to need for, like, Mother's Day and stuff like that because we're going over to my aunt's house. And, you know, so we had to get some stuff for that as well. I was able to get it, and honestly, guys, here's the thing, okay? I woke up at, like, 7:30 this morning, right? Like, that's great or whatever. And then by about 9:30, I fell asleep until, like, almost noon. Which, I was up for 2 hours, but the problem is, guys, I didn't fall asleep until, like, 4 almost in the morning. I think it was, like, 3:30 was the last time I actually saw my clock, but I know I didn't stay up, or, like, I didn't fall right asleep as soon as it was 3:30. So, I have no clue why, guys, because I took a shower last night, like, really early, like 10:30, and then I went in my room, and I just could not fall asleep. I was just like, all of a sudden I was like, oh, I'm going to check that. And then, like, I would sit up in bed and I'd be on my phone checking something, and then I'd lay back down and I'd be like, okay, I'll go to bed. And I was like, okay, come on, Kayla, fall asleep. And then I'd be like, oh, I should check something. And then I'd be like on Pinterest or something like that. Oh my goodness, guys. I did want to share with you, today was the first day I tried out my homemade DIY deodorant. And it worked, honestly, guys, all day today, which I'm super excited about because it didn't end up staining. Like I was telling you guys yesterday too, like I have problems because I use way too much deodorant than I know I shouldn't use. Like I just like have a problem of like overusing like products and stuff like that. And especially when it comes to deodorant, I will put way too much on because I'm the type of person that, like, I don't want to have to put it on more than once a day. I would just rather, like, put it on, like, a ton in the morning and then not put it anymore on, you know, at all or whatever. And so I have really, like, I will get, like, you know, deodorant stains a lot of times. The only type that works is, like, roll-on deodorant. I have this, like, I think it's dry deodorant. And it works so well because it doesn't stain, and then on top of that too, it doesn't clog my razors either, which I have a really bad problem with, is that my razors get really dull super fast because they get like so much like deodorant and stuff like that in them if it's like the stick brand. But the problem is if I use gel deodorant or roll-on deodorant, I get razor burn, which I've only ever had one time. It was horrible. It burned so bad. So I'm super scared of like getting it and not knowing that I have it and then putting it on and being like, oh my gosh, my arms are on fire because it was so bad. So I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it out. And it's so good because it's like a coconut oil base, so it's super soft and like moisturizing too. And then on top of that too, it has, I used, honestly, I think you could use pretty much whatever like essential oil you want to make it smell good. It suggested lavender, so that's why I ended up using, and my armpits have smelled so good. I cannot stop smelling my armpits because they smell so good. You know, guys, this is so weird. But honestly, like, I don't remember what it is. It's like, I think a fourth of a cup of, what's it called? A fourth of a cup of coconut oil, and then it's like, I think 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and I think like 10 or 20 drops of lavender. I cannot remember. I think it's 10. But you know, something like that. Like I said, you could pretty much use whatever you want, but it smells so good, guys, honestly. And like the only deodorant that I've ever used that I love the way it smells is, I think it was Secret. Secret has got like, I think it was like something vanilla, and I think they have a lavender one too. Those are my 2 most favorite smelling ones. I also too, like when I first started wearing deodorant, I remember there was like some like Teen Spirit or something like that smelled like, or I had one that smelled like watermelon. It smells so good. It's so weird. Like, you know, obviously if you put deodorant on, you want it to smell good. Like, I hate the one scent of deodorant I cannot stand the most is like the powder fresh or the shower fresh or whatever it is, because it just smells so bland and nasty, and it reminds me of like middle school locker room, because that was the one that I had in my locker, and it always just reminded me of stinky, smelly, sweaty people. And so I hate that smell. And this just smells so good. And it's like, I don't even know how to say, it's like a lotion for your underarms. Honestly, guys, it was amazing. I think I pinned it on Pinterest, so you guys can go check my Pinterest over there. I think I pinned a couple of them, honestly, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. But you guys can just honestly search like DIY deodorants on Pinterest and find something. But I did apply it twice today. I did once this morning and then once before we left for the grocery store, only because it started getting really, really, really warm in the kitchen. Like today was actually a really warm day and it was getting really warm in the kitchen, and I had my jacket on and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm almost starting to sweat. And so then I decided to put it on, you know, apply more. But honestly, I don't really know if I even needed to, because I didn't actually ever start sweating. It just, I thought I was going to, which I guess in the summertime though, I do sometimes, like I said, apply more deodorant because you need it when you're outside in the hot, sweaty, you know, summertime heat and things like that. But I've got to try and figure out a way to get all of this stuff into the refrigerator, because I need to put all of this stuff away. I put most of the like immediately perishable stuff in there, but some of the vegetables and fruits and things like that, I need to figure out where to put them in the refrigerator, because last week's groceries didn't really get gone through a whole lot. Like I just kind of threw some of the stuff in there and didn't go through everything, so I don't know where I'm gonna put everything. I did make dinner for tonight. Yesterday I didn't end up making dinner because I woke up late also, and Matthew had a volleyball game, and because of that I was gonna make dinner, but his volleyball games are so weird because like, well, like yesterday's was at home, but like, you know, sometimes they're like right where when we would be eating dinner, and so it's like impossible to make something and keep it warm, especially until like after the varsity game, which sometimes we'll stay for, and you know, it's like close to 7 o'clock, and then it's like, and I was late to eat dinner, you know, and stuff like that. So that's why when he has volleyball games, crockpot dinners are really easy and freezer dinners. But the problem is that I woke up so late I didn't get a chance to throw them in. But tonight I did end up making one because I didn't cook yesterday, so I decided to cook for today. So yeah, guys, that is today's update and everything like that. And then also too, guys, I was telling you, oh, like I did the coconut oil. I melted it down and then tried to add olive oil to it to keep it like liquefied, and that did not work at all. And so what I actually ended up doing though was I showed you guys in yesterday's vlog also, I did it and put it in like a little spray bottle. Well, I actually ended up bringing the spray bottle in the shower with me and put it under like the warm water, and it actually melted down in the shower. So when I got out of the shower, I did this morning, I used it and it worked totally fine, but the problem is it does solidify still. So that's kind of a problem, but like I said, I just found a way around it, which is totally fine. Because I like using it when it's liquidy instead of having to try and like scoop it out with my fingers and everything like that. And then once you scoop it out, then it all starts melting and I'm trying to like get it on my face. It doesn't work really well. So that's why I like using the spray like while it's liquid. But you know, coconut oil is so difficult to work with because it's like, you know, if it's just a couple degrees, you know, like warmer, then all of a sudden it's liquefied and it's melting. But if it's a couple degrees too cold, then it's solidified. Like it has such a, you know, like not boiling point, but melting point. And so yeah, that's why. But I was pretty much out of coconut oil. This is now the 3rd bottle that I bought from Aldi, because all of a sudden now I've been going through coconut oil like crazy because I use it on my face. And the other thing too I made, guys, I'm all about DIY. Well, okay, I made like 3 things today. I replenished my homemade multi-purpose cleaner, which I made this before. It's also linked on my Pinterest. I have it pinned on there. And it's like, I forgot what it is. Vinegar, what else? Lemon juice, Dawn dish soap, and I think water. I think that's it. And honestly, it works wonders, and I will use it just as like on the counters or whatever, just to keep, you know, like them, you know, clean down, because it's a disinfectant kind of spray too. But I've heard people say too that you can use it. I don't remember if I ended up using it in the oven or not, but like you can use it in the oven and get it to just totally clean in there, which I cleaned the oven maybe about a year ago or something like that, and it's like still totally clean. Honestly, guys, Like, I mean, like, wiped it down and whatnot, but I haven't had to, like, deep clean it like it needed to. It's a little drippage on the bottom, but I can probably clean that off. But that is supposed to work really, really well. The other thing, too, that I half made because I found out we're out of rubbing alcohol, and I wrote myself a note, Kayla, add 1.5 cups of rubbing alcohol to this. It's actually rubbing alcohol and vinegar, and I think cornstarch, possibly. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And you're supposed to mix it all together, and it makes glass cleaner, but since I don't have the rubbing alcohol, I don't want to completely dilute it, you know, and stuff like that. I made half of it, and then I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go grab the rubbing alcohol. I went to go grab it, and there's like this much left. I was like, that's not a cup and a half. So then when we went to Aldi today, I thought Aldi would have it. They have everything else but rubbing alcohol. I was like, fine, forget it. So I think that's what we're going to need to get at Menards. We're also going to need some more puppy food for the puppies. So we might go after Matthew's tournament tomorrow because he does have a tournament. And the third and final thing I ended up making for today was a sleep spray because I have not been able to fall asleep. What it is, again, I believe I pinned it on Pinterest, guys, but I know I've heard a lot of people say this, and I have a oil diffuser in my room that, you know, it's like supposed to help you sleep and everything like that, but I know some people do like sprays for their pillows, like linen sprays and stuff like that, and, you know, if you use like lavender, which is supposed to help you like relax and calm down and stuff like that, if you use that like on your spray, or, you know, spray it on your pillows and stuff like that, it's supposed to help you sleep. I use witch hazel, lavender, and then I think it's just water. And then just put it in a little spritz bottle and then just spray your sheets or whatever. I don't know the exact measurements or whatever, but again, that's all on Pinterest, guys. Pinterest is always linked down below for you guys, but that was another thing that I made, and it is nearly midnight. I'm gonna real quick get this stuff put away. I took a shower this morning, so I only have to take a really quick one before I head to bed tonight, and then hopefully my linen spray will help me fall asleep tonight. And I am kind of tired too today, honestly, even though I woke up so late, but it was like I was up, and then I was up for 2 hours, and then I took a nap. You know, I consider that, I guess, kind of a nap. And then I woke up again and then was awake. So like I'm kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I still woke up early, but then I took a nap, and you know, then I was like, I had energy because I wasn't super tired, but I also didn't get that much sleep then because of how late I actually did fall asleep last night. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to fall asleep early, but regardless, I do have to get up early tomorrow because Matthew does have a volleyball tournament. I don't know what time it's at because he has to leave at like 7:15, but then, you know, sometimes like they'll get there like an hour early, sometimes they'll get there like 2 hours, or they'll have all the kids get there like 2 hours early, but then the tournament doesn't actually start until like 9 o'clock, or, you know, something like that. So I don't know, whatever time, I'll be up at least somewhat early. But I will record the tournament for you guys tomorrow, and you guys can check that out in tomorrow's vlog. But if you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.